Regular 442 viewers may have realized there's been one big component missing the last week or so. Sara Peraria.
Big component.
Big component.
Very
Yes,
kind.
you're quite the component, Sara. You've been in Barcelona, Spain, and as you probably know, Sara is a massive Barcelona fan, lifelong, diehard Barcelona fan. However, this past week, you got to experience something for the first time. That is Barcelona in the Champions League. Now, to start things off with your little diary of the last week or so, heading to Barcelona to watch Barca play, but not at Camp Nou, because they're obviously fixing that stadium up for a year. They're in an interim stadium, about 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
How did the interim stadium match up compared to that storied church of a venue as the new camp?
It is not the same. Absolutely, you can just feel it. I mean, the biggest thing is obviously it only fits 60,000 people. So we're talking the Camp Nou almost squeezes in 100,000. So a lack of fans for sure, but it is really beautiful because it's on the Olympic mountain there in Barcelona and Montjuic. So it's a massive palace basically, and you're walking up here, you guys can see, and it's just like, it's incredible because it's a massive old castle basically. It's a museum, but it's just beautiful, and that's how you get to the stadium. But so it's different in many ways, but some good, some bad, because this is like right in the center of Barcelona. So a bit more exciting outside, but yeah, when you're in there, you're like, this is not the Camp Nou.
Yeah, because Camp Nou's like just a little bit further out, isn't it?
Yeah.
And trying to get a cab back to Barcelona after a
no.
match is impossible.
You don't. And also the metro will close too if it's
Yeah.
a later match. So you usually have to do the walk, and it is a trek, but you know, you just find yourself a couple of beers and it's a lovely walk down the city.
Do it the Spanish way, right?
Yeah, of course.
So take us into the stadium then. When you hear that anthem, how do you feel?
Okay, well, first I have to show you guys as well. I got into the crowd with all like the proper coolers, and like because it's Champions League football, this was one of the things I noticed, because I've been to an El Clasico with Ronaldo and Messi. I've seen several La Liga matches, but I've not seen the coolers like this with the flares. And so we're talking chanting, here you go, I'm in it. We're screaming. There's fire everywhere. And like you could already tell before you entered the stadium, this is different. This is Champions League football. So, I mean, that was already great. But yeah, we got into the stadium, and then, you know, the Champions League anthem. I almost got emotional, but we'll play it because it was just incredible scenes. I feel like even when I watch it on TV, every single time, I'm just like, the champion! And then to see it in person, like, you kind of felt like everyone got silent and then everyone just screamed the champion, and just seeing, like, the banner itself, like, it is really special.
Yeah, how's the vibe compare? I mean, obviously La Liga's La Liga, right? It's incredible. You've seen El Clasicos, nothing really compares to that, I imagine. But how do the vibes feel different in a Champions League night compared to the average La Liga match?
It definitely feels like there's more weight on the game. Like, you know, it's something different. It's obviously like a midweek fixture versus usually a fixture on the weekend. It's not as routine. And also, really big shout out to the Antwerp fans, because there were nearly about like 4,000 of them that came. I saw them all throughout the city. They had their shirts on. They were rocking them all day. And they were cheering the entire match, no matter how many goals Barca was scoring on them. But yeah, like, just to have like so many of the opposing side come in as well, because in La Liga, you don't really see that as much. Like, you'll see in the top corner of the Camp Nou, like a section for, let's say, like the Bilbao fans, but it's not as obvious. So, I mean, you can just, there is a different feeling in the atmosphere.
And listen, it was a 5-0 win, right? So not much pressure, in fairness. João Felix scored a couple of goals. Someone whose signing you weren't completely sold on.
Yeah.
But from what you saw of him in that situation, are you now a believer?
I mean, I'm loving it. I think the thing is, at okay, you think of Atletico, Diego Simeone, they play really defensive football, right? You go to Chelsea. Chelsea has been in a state of, terrible affairs recently. But with Barcelona, he's able to play a much more offensive position. I think he's actually playing like his proper position, and people around him are playing as well with him up front. So he's just looked incredible. He looks free. Like he looks like,
that's a good word for it.
Yeah, I haven't seen him play like this besides when he's with the national team. So I mean, I'm super happy for him because I think he's still he's young enough where if this is the turning point, this is great for him. So I mean, and Joao Cancelo as well.
Yeah.
These two are just brilliant. But yeah, it was great. Felix scored, Lewandowski scored, Gabby scored actually, and I got that goal by accident on camera. I was taking a video. I was taking a photo
of yourself.
So this is me just going absolutely at the end screaming. But no, I was taking a video of a fan in front of me just swinging his scarf around. And it happens that Gabby was playing in the front. Yeah, here you go. I mean, it's hard for us to see, but this is the goal that Gabby got. It's just one of those things you're going to have from memory forever. But
it's like penicillin, right? It's just an accident, but a wonderful thing came out of it.
There you go, yeah. But no, it was brilliant. And it was nice. Like, it was a different stadium. It was a different vibe. But going to a Champions League match and watching a football match at 9 p.m. at night, not 3 in the afternoon.
That is weird, isn't it? When you go over to Europe again and you realize, oh yeah, I'm actually in the proper football culture here and I'm watching a game when it should be played.
And the matches are on everywhere. Any pub you go into, because we watched the Manchester United Bayern match the night after at just a bar, and they had every Champions League game on.
Do you get the impression, you're in Barcelona amongst Barcelona fans? It's been a rough couple of years. We know that. Ever since Messi left for numerous reasons, financial mainly. But you've got this young, exciting team that's winning domestically right now, tied for first place.
They're top of first place because Real lost.
The Real lost to Atletico. That's right, last night. Do you feel that Barca's back, or is it still a bit of a stretch to say that?
You have to knock on wood when you say that. They do look the most promising they have since the Messi era ended, for sure, because Xavi really seems to know what he's doing with the squad. He seems to have a really good relationship with a bunch of the players as well, and the signings they've made have just fit so well, and they've taken a lot of free transfers too, right, which has been great for them. But yeah, they look good, and I know they were playing Antwerp and that they won 5-0 and people are saying, well, it was Antwerp and stuff. This is exactly how they need to start their Champions League campaign because, listen, they have not done well the past 3-4 years, not even getting out of the group stage the past 2 years. So you know what? I don't care. This is exactly what Barcelona needed. So
when are you going back?
Oh, I haven't told you guys. Next month.
Oh, what a surprise.
Yeah, I wish. No, I'm kidding.
I'm very jealous. Great trip. And I hope Barca's back because, listen, football needs Barca to be back to where they should be. And when the Camp Nou opens next season, the new and improved Camp Nou, watch out. Room 442 is brought to you by North Star Bets. That's a win.